channel, I've had a ton of requests to do some decals like you see here on my Cricut Maker. I have my shop logo. You'll also see that I have like logos on things like my iPad. I have my name, and then I also have my name here. It's kind of hard to see because I made it in white, but I wanted it to be really simple because I like this case a lot and I didn't want to detract from it. So what I'm going to do is actually show you guys how I make just simple little decals like this. So I thought that today would be a good day to do a tutorial on how I make labels. So we're actually going to use this little container. I usually use these to hold things like baking goods. This one typically holds sugar. I'm going to be making a sugar label for this. It's going to sit right here, kind of just right in the front and center, and then I'll fill it up with sugar and it'll be all pretty and it'll be nice. So that is the plan. I'm just going to show you how I would do this. I am going to do some hand lettering for this, so I'm going to be using my iPad, and then I will transfer that drawing into my computer, into Cricut Space, and then that is where I will be able to send it to my machine so that it can cut it for me. So that's the plan. Let's do it. Alright, so to start, I am using my Procreate app. So for those of you who are curious, it looks just like this. It's a little black square with a pretty rainbow kind of feather looking thing. And I'm just going to start a new one, and I'm just going to go screen sashes. So I've got my canvas here. I am going to just pick a black color so that it's nice and easy. And I actually typically like to write these things sideways, so I'll kind of alter that. And then for my brush, I think I'm going to use this imported brush that I have and use that. So like I said, we're just going to be handwriting the word sugar, and that's what we're going to do. So let's do it. Okay, so now that I have the lettering kind of how I want it, I've added some details to the font and everything like that. I'm going to unshow the background, so now all you can see is the actual lettering, and I can actually send this just to my iPad. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this as a PNG file. What I have to do now is click on this little tool, go to the share option, and I'm going to save this as a PNG file. So once we get that, it's going to give me several options on where I want to send it. I just want to save the image. So I'm going to click Save Image, Export Successful. We're good to go. And we're going to go to the Cricut Design Space. Alright, so I'm going to start a new project and click Upload, and I want to select from my photo library. So now I have uploaded the image, and typically if you had other things that you needed to erase or clean up here, you could do that in this space, but since I uploaded this as a PNG, the only thing that will show is what's in black, and the rest of it is going to be like see-through basically. So I'm going to click Next. I can view my image here. Alright, so I'm just going to set this as just sugar, and I actually just want it to be a cut image. So I'm going to keep that selected. You could make this a cut then or print then cut, but I don't want to. I just want it to cut. So I'm going to click Save. And now it is in my uploaded images. I can tap it here and then click Insert, and you'll see it takes up a big portion of this screen. So I don't actually want it to be, what is this, 16, 17 inches wide, obviously, because this is not 17 inches wide. So I'm guessing this is probably about 3 inches wide, but I don't want it to take up the whole thing, so I think I'm gonna have it be about 2 inches in length. So to do that, I just need to click on the image, click edit, and then here I can actually say I want the image to be 2 inches. And by doing that, now it makes it obviously a lot smaller compared to what it was. But now it'll cut at 2 inches, looks like 2 inches wide, and that makes it about 1.4 inches high. Perfect. Once I have that, I can click make it. So we're actually just going to be doing this on a scrap piece of black matte paper that I have. So right now what it's gonna ask me to do is just basically review. I'm gonna zoom in a little. It's asking me to just review my settings and everything here. That works for me. I need to turn on the old maker. There we go. So I can select this and it's connected now through Bluetooth. And I'm gonna place this up here in the corner where I have it imaged on my mat. I'm gonna select vinyl as my print setting. And now comes the fun part. So we are going to enter our mat right into our machine and hit the go button. So let me see if I can get it so you guys can see the go button. So that flashing button is what we're gonna hit. And then once the CRICUT button starts flashing, then we know we can click that. It's done. It looks cute. All right, let's see how it turned out. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull this off of our mat. I like to do it upside down so that I don't necessarily bend the actual vinyl, but I'm gonna bend the mat back just like that. So the mat bounces right back, so that doesn't bother it, but I don't want the vinyl to be all messed up. So if you guys can sort of see where that's printed, it cut out. So I have quite a bit left over, but this is just a scrap piece, so I'm just going to peel off. Looks just like how I wanted it. What I'm going to do is just cut this down a little bit. We don't need all this paper. Okay, so I've got that. All right, so basically what I do, I like to start it by just peeling it back a little bit here. And don't worry about the fingerprints on it. It's not going to be the actual finished project, so I'm just lining this up here and placing this down. And then I just take this and I just kind of push it down. What I'm doing is I'm transferring the black vinyl off of this white backing that it came off of, and putting it on the actual clear that I just put on there. That way I can put the sticky part of the black vinyl onto this little container. So that's what we're trying to do here. And then this should peel right off. Perfect. So there we go. That's just it backwards. Now I'm going to work on the placement. So I've got my jar here, and you're going to want to make sure you have a clean surface. I know that looks like there's some fingerprints. Not too worried about it since we're just doing this for this video, but you want to put this on here, and I'm gonna kind of try to line this up exactly how I envisioned it. I probably could have made this a little bigger now that I'm looking at it. So now you're gonna take the same tool and just sort of push that down. Because we want it to stick really well to this plastic. Once we get that on there, now you're just going to peel off that transfer tape. No problems at all. And there you go. You got your cute little new sugar jar ready to go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful and maybe showed you a couple of different ways that you can use your Cricut machine. If you liked the video, please give it a like below or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, please subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.